Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Azadeh, and you've completed, I think, 3 different speaking practice tests, and I'm going to start with your integrated speaking practice test number 11. So let's listen to that one first. I'm downloading it right now.
According to the listening passage, 2 students talks about the classes that are very boring for the children, so has a negative effect on the children, and they can learn.
So in the beginning, you want to say 2 students talk about, not talks about. So make sure you have your subject-verb agreement there.
Learning very fast. So the student gives us 2 possible solutions. One of them is that the teacher can involve the student in activity in the class. So it's very good for a student because they are not boring during the class and they can concentrate better on their study.
You're doing better on your tone. You're varying your tone more, so that's good.
Like the teacher can say to a student to pick up the pencil for solving the problem. And another positive effect of the involving activity in the class is that the teacher became friendly with a student, and the student can listen more effectively to their teacher like their friend.
Okay, so with this speaking task, I think you have a fairly good understanding of what you've listened to and what you've read. You're able to explain it in a fairly organized manner. So I think you had some delivery issues, but I think your topic development and your language use was actually pretty strong. Now, based on my listening to that particular practice test, I'm going to put you at about 2.66 out of 4 or 20 points out of 30 on that particular practice test. All right? Now let's go to the next one. This is integrated speaking practice test number 11. I've already listened to that one. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, here it is. This is independent speaking practice test number 197. So I'm downloading this one right now. Okay, here we go.
In my view, violence on the television has negative effect on the children, which is the children can choose and they watch them without any limitation in some countries.
Okay, so when you say limitations, it's the limitations, not limitations, but limitations.
The first is that I think violence on television has negative effect because I saw and read on the newspaper.
You're probably taking a little bit too long in this speech. We're at 22 seconds of your speech. We still haven't gotten to a detail. So you want to create a topic statement that's about maybe 8 or 9 seconds long. Then you get to your first point, plus your example. Then you can move on to your second point or second reason, plus your example.
Which shows us in some countries like USA, which has some program.
When you say USA, it's not USA, but you want to pronounce, whenever you do abbreviations, each abbreviation should be pronounced equally with equal stress. USA, UAE, CEO, MBA. So you had some word stress issues with that.
About crime, the number and the percent of the crime in this country is more than the other country. On the other hand, the children cannot identify between violence and the movie, so they think this is a good way.
Okay, so I think you have a good argument there. You had some trouble with your vocabulary and your grammar, but you were trying to make a connection, I think, between children watching TV and then engaging in more violent behavior, right? That's kind of what you're trying to say there. All right, let's go to the rubrics for the independent speaking task. And I apologize, I'm in like day 7 or 8 of my cold now, and I'm doing a lot better, but I have a kind of an itchy, scratchy type throat, and I'm coughing quite a bit right now, so I apologize. Okay, this one, I think topic development, you had a clear, you had a fairly clear organization, but it took you a little bit too long before you started getting to your details, so you want to work on that a little bit. I think you had some problems in your language use, expressing some of your ideas, and with your pronunciation, you do have a fairly heavy accent, so I'm going to put you about the same score, between about 2.5 and 2.66 out of 4, between about 19 and 20 points out of 30 on this. But I think you're making some improvements with your tone, so keep it up. All right? Anyway, thank you very much. So far in this particular video, I looked at 2 different speaking tasks that you submitted. One was an integrated speaking task. Another was an independent speaking task. And maybe one last thing, to help you a little bit with the organization of your speaking, take a look at my speaking lesson number 2 and also my speaking lesson number 7.